In the headlines, President Tinubu seeks National Assembly approval of 9 trillion naira increase to 2026 budget. Senate orders Inspector General to probe into plot to killings. Military assured Nigerians of enhanced security during Easter. On the foreign scene, at least 16 killed and 1,000 displaced by gang attack in rural Haiti. In business news, South Africa cuts fuel tax as pump prices go up. In entertainment news, singer Mayo debunks report of fire outbreak at Lagos residence. From the world of sports, Ghana sacks Black Star manager Ado 72 days before World Cup. Good evening and many thanks for joining us for news across the world on Diamond 88.7 of Lori. I am Omonike. Babatunde. You can listen to us via our website at www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM. You can also download the app on Play Store, Diamond 887 FM. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Don't go away, please.
This person really text me. Hola. Yeah, book is check out. You need.
That's what can happen if you take your eyes off the road. Texting or using your phone when driving is very dangerous for you and other road users. Keep yourself and other road users safe by staying off your phone when driving. We need you alive.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
You're welcome back from that break. Now the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has written to the National Assembly requesting adjustment to the 2026 appropriation bill, proposing an increase of 9 trillion naira to raise the total budget from 58.4 trillion naira to 67.4 trillion naira. The request was conveyed in a letter read on the Senate floor by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, during today's plenary. According to the President, the proposed adjustment is aimed at strengthening fiscal transparency and ensuring the effective implementation of priority national programs. He outlined 3 key objectives behind the request, including regularizing and accounting for outstanding legal commitment carried over from previous appropriation cycles, preventing them from burdening the execution of the 2026 budget. The Senate has directed the Inspector General of Police Olatunji Disu to launch a full investigation into the recent killings in Angoa, Rukuba, just north local government area of Plateau State, which claimed the lives of at least 28 people. While the lawmakers called for the perpetrators to be apprehended and prosecuted, the upper chamber resolved to send a high-powered delegation led by the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, to the affected communities to commiserate with the victims and the people of Plateau State. The resolution followed a motion moved today by Senator Dickett Plank, Plateau Central, and Senator Dachung, Plateau North, who raised urgent concern over the deteriorating security situation in Kanam and just North local government areas. Leading the debate, Plank lamented that Plateau State, which was once known as the home of peace and tourism, has experienced a resurgence of violence after years of relative calm. The Minister of State for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Yusuf Sununu, has resigned his appointment to pursue a senatorial ambition in Kebbi State. His resignation follows a directive from the Kebbi State government mandating all political office holders intending to contest the 2027 general elections to step down from their positions on or before March 31, 2026. The directive, issued in a circular dated March 2, 2026 from the Office of the Secretary to the state government, aligns with existing laws and regulations to ensure due process for public office holders seeking elective positions. Sununu assumed office at the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs in November 2024 and had previously served as Minister of State for Education. Before his ministerial appointment, he represented Yori Shanga Ngaski Federal Constituency of the House of Representatives, where he chaired the Committee on Healthcare Services. The Defense Headquarters has assured Nigerians that ongoing collaboration with the United States military will soon begin to yield measurable improvement in the country's security situation. Addressing journalists during the military's end-of-the-month briefing today in Abuja, the Director, Defense Media Operations, Major General Michael Onoja, said the U.S. support to Nigerians' operations had been significant, particularly in the areas of intelligence sharing and training, noting that the assistance was being provided on favorable terms to strengthen ongoing counter-threat operations. The Defense Headquarters also assured citizens of heightened vigilance by troops during the Easter celebration. Onoja said the armed forces had already placed personnel on alert nationwide to prevent any security breach during the holiday period. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has returned a former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, to its custody. El-Rufai was released from custody on March 27, 2026, following the death of his mother. He was, however, rearraigned today. The former governor had appeared at the Kaduna State High Court for a separate charge filed against him by the ICPC. However, the absence of a second defendant stalled the hearing, which was then adjourned to April 10, 2026. It was after the Kaduna State High Court appearance that the former governor was taken to the Federal High Court, Kaduna, where his bail application is expected to be heard. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 of FAM in Lorry. We'll go on a break now, and when we return, we'll bring you foreign, business, entertainment, and sport news. Just stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
You're welcome back from that break. You're still listening to news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 of FAM Hilary. Now we move on to the foreign stories. Police are trying to reach a gang-controlled area in central Haiti where at least 16 people have been killed in a series of attacks over the weekend. While so far only 16 fatalities have been confirmed by police, a local journalist spoke of around 20 dead, while one human rights group warned that the number of fatalities could be as high as 70. Local rights activists said the Grand Grave Gang, one of the 80 most feared criminal organizations, was behind a deadly attack which they said has caused 6,000 people to flee. Gang violence has ravaged the Caribbean country for years, and the multinational police force sent to contain it had struggled to enter areas where gang hold sway. Still on the foreign scene, at least 74 mine workers have been killed by gunmen in an area southwest of the capital, Juba, with government and opposition officials trading accusation over who was behind the death. The violence occurred over the weekend in a mineral-rich Jebel, Iraq, which is controlled by the army. The Sudan People's Liberation Movement in opposition, SPLMIO, the party of suspended first Vice President Riek Machar, confirmed the killing, accusing government forces of being responsible. Olino Lukudu Obede, acting governor of the Central Equatorial State, which includes Jebel, Iraq, said the government was shocked and outraged by the brutal and barbaric killing of innocent civilians by rebel forces. Obede did not say which group had carried out the attack. That ends our foreign news, and up next is our business news.
Diamond FM Business News.
In a business update today, South Africa has lowered its fuel tax for a month to offset a global oil price surge driven by the Iran war, even as pump prices rose in one of the steepest increases on record. The general fuel levy will be reduced by 3 rand, $0.18 per litre. Despite the relief, diesel will rise more than 7 rand per litre, a 40% increase, while petrol, still cheaper than diesel, will jump about 15%. Paraffin, widely used by lower-income households for lighting, eating, and cooking, will surge 93%. The measure will cost about 6 billion rand, $352 million in foregone revenue, but is designed to be fiscally neutral, with losses recouped elsewhere. That ends our business news. Up next is our entertainment news.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
In our entertainment update today, singer Mio Kun has debunked a viral report of a fire outbreak at his residence in Lagos. It was earlier reported that the singer lost his house to a fire outbreak that occurred on Saturday night while he was at home with his children. The news sparked public concerns, especially among his fans and associates. The singer, however, dismissed the news in a post shared by his mother, actress Toyin Adewale, on Instagram. While appreciating the public for their concern, Miyokun's mother thanked Nigerians for their calls and messages, which she said she truly appreciates. That ends our entertainment news. Up next is
Diamond FM Sports News.
From the exciting world of sport today, Ghana has sacked manager Otto Addo 72 days before the start of this summer's World Cup. Addo's departure followed a 2-1 defeat by Germany in a friendly in Stuttgart on Monday and a 5-1 thrashing by Austria in Vienna last Friday. The Black Star, who are in the same World Cup group as England, have lost their last 4 games, and despite having Manchester City winger Antonio Semedo and Tottenham forward Mohamed Kudus among the ranked, failed to qualify for the 2025 African Cup of Nations under Addo. Following the Germany game, the Ghana Football Association said it had parted ways with Addo and his exit was effective immediately. Addo, 50, was born in Germany and spent his entire playing career in the country, also winning 15 caps for Ghana, and began his second spell as national team manager in March 2024. Still from the world of sport, Super Eagles head coach Eric Chell will ring the changes for tonight's international friendly encounter against Jordan. Chell named a strong lineup for the Super Eagles' 2-1 victory over Iran's team Mali last week Friday. The Malian is now expected to give opportunity to some of his fringe players. Francis Uzo will start in goal following injuries to Udinese goalkeeper Maduka Okoye. All City's Semi Ajayi and left-back Bruno Onyemechi is also unavailable for the game. The duo were granted permission to leave camp to attend to personal issues. New invitees Philip Otele and Yira Collins are also expected to make their debut for the Super Eagles today. And that's it from the exciting world of sport. With that, we've come to the end of news across the world. But before we go, here's a recap of the major highlights. President Tinubu seeks National Assembly approval of 9 trillion naira increase to 2026 budget. Senate orders Inspector General to probe into plot 2 killings. Military assures Nigerians of enhanced security during Easter. On the foreign scene, at least 16 killed and 1,000 displaced by gang attack in rural Haiti. In business news, South Africa cuts fuel tax as pump prices go up. In entertainment news, singer Mayokun debunks report of fire outbreak at Lagos residence. And from the world of sports, Ghana sacked Black Star manager Ado 72 days before World Cup. For today in history, did you know that on this day in 1956, Chief Anthony Enahoro moved a motion in House of Representatives that the House accept the attainment of self-government for Nigeria as a primary political objective. It was, however, opposed by Alhaji Amadu Bello, the Sardauna of Sokoto. Now you know. For information about happenings around you, kindly contact them at the firm newsroom number on 091 6062 7526. The news across the world was edited by Abiodun Akinwumi, and my name is Omonike Babatunde. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and please stand by for the news in Yoruba language. Good evening.